welcome back to Real Talk with Jew, where we keep it real, 100% relatable. Today, we'll be talking about something we all think about at some point in our relationships. But I'm not just going to talk about that thing, I'm going to break it down. We are talking about a healthy relationship. I mean, let's be real. Have you ever sat back and asked yourself, is this love healthy or just familiar pain dressed up in a nice clothes? Yeah, I said it. Familiar pain can be cozy, but it's still pain, right? Today we'll be breaking down all the way down about healthy relationship and stay tuned. Now, let's start with the basics. What is a relationship? At its core, a relationship is simply a connection or a bond between two people. It could be romantic, platonic, professional, whatever, any kind of relationship. But when we say healthy relationship, we are talking about one that makes you feel safe, valued, loved, and seen. You feel like you can breathe, you feel supported and not suppressed. Now, what about unhealthy relationship? What does it mean? We've seen it. I have lived it. It's when you feel like you're working on eggshells, hiding parts of yourself, or constantly questioning if you are enough. It's when control is disguised as protection and love. And loving the person feels like a never ending chore. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound relatable to you? Now let's expose it all. Questions you should ask yourself in your relationship. Sometimes we stay in situationship because we don't know how to measure them or what it means to be in a healthy one. So here are some questions you should ask yourself, and please be honest with yourself. If you answer no to most of these questions, it's time to do some soul searching. Number one question is, do I feel safe expressing my thoughts and feeling, my true thoughts and feelings? Number two, do I feel supported and energized around my partner, or do I feel drained? Number three is, do I feel free to be myself, the best version of myself, and not being yourself, meaning that you're rude and disrespectful, though, and calling stupidity to be just me? No, I mean your true self. We're talking about authentic self, not I am just being real as an excuse to bad behavior. No, I'm not saying that. Your true self. Number four question is, can I trust my partner to respect my privacy, my finances, and boundaries? Or do I have to secretly keep my finances, money, and plans secure from him? Number five, do I feel seen, heard, or valued? Or am I constantly begging for attention that should come naturally? Look, I have been there. I have asked myself these very questions before. And if you're like me, the answer might be very uncomfortable. But growth starts with truth, not comfort. So let's look at the keys to a healthy relationship or signs of a healthy relationship. Okay, so now there are 5 signs of a healthy relationship that I'm going to give you here. But hold up, I am not about to just list them out. No, I'll be digging deep into the 5 signs I'm going to be talking about here. And the first sign is trust. Trust is key. Trust is key. Everybody says trust is key, right? Yes, trust is key. But listen, trust isn't just about not cheating, it's about being able to count on each other. If your partner says, I will handle it, hmm, do you believe them? Do you secretly check if they're really handling it? If you're double checking, then it feels like your trust is in being abused or you're not in a healthy relationship. Trust is earned, not just given, because someone says, I love you. So check well. Number 2 is feeling safe to be yourself. Being yourself doesn't mean being reckless and disrespectful. That's not the being yourself I'm talking about. It means feeling free to be goofy, ambitious, emotional, and fully human. Yourself without feeling like you're being judged or you're being called names. If you have shrinked yourself to fit into someone else's comfort zone, you are not being yourself. You're not being yourself at all. You're being a customized version of yourself to benefit someone else, and that is exhausting. Number 3 is open communication. Notice I didn't say communication, I said open communication. That's a big difference. Not every open conversation is healthy. If it's just loud and arguments disguised as being honest, that's not real. Real open communication looks like this: you talk to understand and to be understood, not to win a battle or a fight or an argument. You both feel safe to say, I need to talk with you without the fear of turning it into a second world war or a third world war. That is open communication. Do you feel safe communicating openly? Number 4, mutual support of goals. Ladies, can we be real for a second? Women naturally are cheerleaders of their partners, right? We hype them up like they're about to win an Olympic medal. But when it's our turn, suddenly it's crickets. I once heard a religious leader online say something like, a woman's purpose is to support her husband's vision. And I'm like, sir, excuse me? A healthy relationship is both people supporting each other and each other's goals. If your partner fears your growth, ha, my sister, run. That's control, not love. Number 5, emotional connection and fun. Love is not supposed to feel like a job interview. If your emotional connection is hanging on a thread, ask yourself, what was the last time, or when was the last time you guys really had a conversation, laughed together, or did something fun? When was the last time you played together? Emotional connection is that feeling of we got this no matter what, we can fix it no matter what. Not I got this, not I can do this, you're on your own. That brings me to boundaries. Now let's talk about boundaries, aka invisible fence that brings you peace and protection. I talk about boundaries a lot. Boundaries are not for strangers. No, baby. Boundaries are for everybody. So in a relationship, you literally need boundaries too. Boundaries looks like saying, I need 30 minutes to myself to think, or I need 30 minutes to work, and nobody's going to be frowning at it. Letting your partner knows what you want in a relationship, what you will tolerate, and what you will not tolerate in a relationship. A lot of people bring disrespect into relationships, so you need boundaries. Even in marriage, you need boundaries, sexual boundaries, conversation boundaries, you know? Yep, I said it, marriage. It doesn't mean that you have to end it all or you're just being toxic. It means everything should be agreed upon. It is not love if one person is constantly being disrespected and the other person expects that one person to swallow it all. And how do you communicate these boundaries? Well, it's not about yelling or throwing shades or throwing a tantrum or shouting. Number one point is, how do you communicate your boundaries? Reflect first before you start communicating. Know exactly what you want to say, what you want to speak about, and be sure that you're ready. Don't bring it up if you're not ready. Number two, clarify what you're about to say. Okay? And say it in a way that the person will clearly understand you. Number three is express yourself in a statement of, I feel hurt when you don't listen to me. When I feel you're not listening, not you are not listening or you never listen. Don't use accusation words, use personal words. Okay, so I feel if you follow this means, you will be able to avoid conversations that bring up arguments. So the truth is, I know all this because I have lived it. I have been there, that place where I felt like a prisoner in my own relationship. I was drained, silenced, and controlled, even manipulated. But I didn't stay there. I fought my way out and I promised myself that I would teach other women or young ladies these things I wish I knew earlier. So here is my call to action. If any of you resonate with this, please drop a comment below which we would discuss about questions, comments. Let's start a conversation in the comment section. If you love this video, hit the like button, subscribe to Real Talk with Drew, and turn on the notification bell because we got so much to unpack in this series. Let's heal, let's grow, let's thrive together. See you in my next video.